Welcome to Cross the Line Sports. My name is Carlos Smith, and with me right now I have another member of the Windy City Bulls, Mr. Henri Drell. Henry, how you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm good, man. Appreciate you having me.
Doing well. Thank you for taking the time to join me. I saw you earlier getting your shots up pregame. Like, how are you feeling like heading into this game? Like, just getting warmed up.
Yeah, no, it was a definitely long day for us for 2 ways. We had a long travel coming from Memphis with the NBA team, so I had to get my shots in. I had to break sweat a little bit before the game.
What's this, just sticking to that before we talk about the game? Like, what would you say is like the toughest part of like the transition from being a two-way player?
I don't know if the toughest part is probably uh, I'd say the pressure. There's a little bit more pressure on you now because before I used to be underdog, and now let's say I'm a star now. I'm a star of the team, so the pressure of coming from underdog to a top dog is a pressure.
Do you try to keep the same routine as you do as being a two-way player? Do you try to keep your same routine of how you go about doing things like preparation for games?
Oh yeah, all the same. Yeah, all the same.
Talk about this game yesterday. I know you weren't here yesterday, but the team got off to a slow start, but then they found a rhythm. Today was kind of like the same thing. You guys got off to a slow start. What do you say was the reason for today's game? I know you weren't here yesterday, but for today's game, what would you say was kind of like the reason for like the slow start?
Yeah, man. G League is always constant change, and we came down here. Guys was playing yesterday with a whole different lineup, and we came here kind of mixed it up the lineups. So it's everybody need to get used to each other again, and yeah, it happens. It's the G League. It's constant change.
The bench came in pretty early on in the game, and they did a really good job. I think they scored around 37 points in today's game. Just how crucial was the bench play for you guys? So yeah, kind of keeping you guys in the game.
Yeah, bench is always needed. Like we have good pieces in the bench, and they pick up the starters. They bring the energy, and that's their job. And I think they picked us up since we were kind of sleeping. So yeah.
You mentioned earlier about having that pressure because you play and playing in both leagues. Earlier, like I said, when the bench came in early and subbed you guys out, do you feel like somewhat pressure, to kind of get off to a good start because you're playing in both leagues and they had to kind of sub you guys out early? Like you feel like it's pressure to kind of get off to a good start?
Not really. Just try to go there and play a team basketball. Play a good basketball and love each other. That's what I grew up with.
You scored back-to-back baskets in the second quarter when the Magic jumped into the zone. Once you saw the zone, did you just feel like it was just like automatically just attack mode for you and be aggressive?
No, it was more like their bench was talking crazy to me, and I was like, okay, now I gotta get to it. You know what I'm saying? But actually, it's just I try to let the game come to me, and I never try to force it. And yeah.
Is that something that gets you motivated when you hear the bench talking crazy to you?
Yeah, for sure. No, it gets me going. Like if I'm European and everybody think I'm soft and all of that, so it's always good to get a little trash talk.
I spoke with Quentin Jackson yesterday. We was talking about guys coming in. Some of the guys came in like maybe like a day or two before yesterday's game, and I asked him, is they kind of like, how do you try to get those guys going? Do you worry about taking too many shots or just waiting for the game to come to you? For you, do you worry about in the situation that you're in? Do you worry about because earlier on, like you said, you didn't jack up a lot of shots or anything. Do you worry about like not taking too many shots and trying to get everybody else involved?
Yeah, I worry about not playing right way. Even though I guess sometimes I get lost in the game, but I always trying to make a right read. And if my teammate is open, pass to the teammate. If I have open shot, I'll take it. It's always like that. So nothing really pressure on that.
For you, it's at this point of the season, like I said, you're playing both in a two-way situation right now. The basketball season is long. And when most times when fans see you, they don't know what you go through to get your body prepped up and to go through this. Like, can you talk a little bit about like your process? Like, how does your body feel right now? Like you say, you just coming from a trip from Memphis. How does your body feel right now at this point in the season?
This point of the season is always tough. Before All Star break, there's a lot of hecticness. I'd say that. We there's days I'm pretty tired, but there's no excuses. Always go through it. Always work, show up, and I don't make a big deal if I'm tired. You gotta be a soldier in this league.
This just made me think about something else. The trade deadline just ended yesterday. Does that kind of bring somewhat of a relief to you knowing, or what does that do to your situation now? With the trade deadline being over, and all the pieces or whatever pieces are going to be moved is over with. Like, what does the trade deadline do for you in your situation right now?
Really, nothing really.
Down the stretch of this game, what would you say was like? Because you guys held on, got off to a slow start, and then you got to the lead and held on to it for a great deal of the time, and then the Magic finally pulled away. What down the stretch of this game, what would you say was the turning point?
You couldn't get stops at the end of the game. Couldn't get stops at the end of the day. It's about defense for us. We're the last one in the league right now in the defense, and we couldn't get a stop. And worry about offense and worry about shot making. We just have to stop people, and couldn't do it.
What was Coach's message, for you guys, wrapping up this game? I know you got another one coming up Sunday, but what was Coach's message for you guys?
It was, it was to play simple, and get back in defense, guard your own yard, play tough. Like there's nothing really crazy. It's just defend with the team, share the ball, play the right way, like I told before, and yeah.
And then I got my final two questions. What adjustments? Not having time to just go back and break down the tape right now, and just looking at film. Like, what adjustment do you anticipate making heading into Sunday's game?
Oh, definitely play more simple. I had 6 turnovers today. Play more simple and just take care of the ball, man. Take care of the ball. It was too many unforced turnovers. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
And then my last and final question that I love to ask everybody at the end is, like, you're in a prominent position. You have a lot of kids that come out and watch you guys play. They love what you do. They love to come out and support you. What advice would you have for those young kids, men or women, that want to strive to be in your position one day, or just go after their dreams like as they see you do? What advice would you have for them?
Work hard, stay mentally strong, and do your own thing.
Absolutely. Henri, thank you for your time.
Thank you, man.
Sunday.
Appreciate you, man.